Arthur's in here.
Good evening and welcome to our official Wildly Healthy Wednesday presentation. We are incredibly blessed to have these beautiful presenters, our friends, Kellie and Dr. Arthur Lupsha. They're coming to us from Orange County, California, and we've known them for a number of years and had the privilege of actually building a house with them in Mexico. And that's where our relationship and friendship started. But they're exceptional in what they do. And I think the fact that they are so generous with their time and talent says a lot about who they are and about this company that we're involved with. So they've graciously agreed to be on for us tonight. And let me just tell you a little bit about them. Kellie is a mom to 4. Kellie and Arthur have 4 children between the ages of 17 and 23. Can't believe it looking at them. And they have a private practice in Laguna Niguel in California. Kellie received her training she got her undergraduate degree, I believe, at the University of Arizona, and her master's at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. Our friend Susan Silverman also trained there. We have Dr. Arthur Lupsha with us, who received his bachelor degree from San Francisco State and his master's and doctorate from Western University Health Sciences School. So they're highly trained. They're very, very effective and dedicated in the world of physical therapy. Their practices, as I understand, and we're going to learn a lot more about this, are focused on a challenging population. They deal with neurological disorders, stroke victims, stroke survivors, and with a lot of brain trauma. So we have a number of our members of our community who have very similar interests, and they're going to be so excited to hear you. Now, one of the things that I read in your bios is that you're really committed to helping people be the CEO of their own health and their own life. So with that, I'm gonna mute myself and welcome Kellie and Dr. Arthur Lupsha, our guests for this evening.
Thank you, guys.
Dr. Gloria, thank you so much. And please, it's just Arthur. Just Arthur. It's just perfectly fine. Thank you.
You guys, it's really so lovely, both as medical providers and just as parents and people in our community, to really be able to help people on, a level of health that we were only helping people when they were sick before. And we've loved what we've done, and we have a passion for helping stroke, traumatic brain injury, and concussion clients, and so much more. But I think leaving a bigger footprint in the world, helping people understand that our bodies are a beautiful miracle, and how can we optimize our own health? And where science and technology has gone today, Arthur, the amazing thing is today it's possible. We kept thinking, I think all of us, like it's coming, but it's actually here and it's possible. And that's what's really exciting. So I am going to go ahead and share screens. Anything else, Arthur, you want to
No, I was just
continue?
going to say, we're going to try to keep this really tight tonight, but I think one of the things that Kellie and I are most excited about with being a part of Lifevantage and this amazing community of people that we have around us is we've gone from just trying to help people recover after these horrible incidents to truly helping people increase their health span. And I truly believe helping people prevent these horrible occurrences from happening in the first place. So I absolutely love what we have our hands on here. And I think we're able to bless so many people's lives and futures.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you guys, we are talking about a company, Lifevantage, and what we're going to talk about, we always just like to say that results may vary for everyone. And at the end, we will talk a little bit about this business opportunity that has really provided us as well. And again, we're not guaranteeing any income from this whatsoever, but it's really become our passion to share with people and their health. So with that, this is Arthur, myself. It's actually amazing to do business together. I think earlier in my life, I never really thought I would do life with my husband, like work, right? Not just life and fun and play. But when you can share a passion together, it's really, really beautiful. So it's great that we can do this as a family. So we're really talking about activating wellness. And so I thank you guys, each and every one of you, for joining, because I know there's many places that you could be. And wellness is something that's really on the rise, but honestly, sifting and sorting through everything out there is difficult. And so bringing some of the latest and greatest technology to you guys, for you really like the wellness enthusiasts, right? It's not for everybody, because we have figured out in this healthcare wellness community that there are a population that like to be sick. But those of you that are here are looking to be well and to stay well. And that's what we want to talk to you tonight about. So this is pretty interesting. The fact that this isn't just Arthur and I talking about wellness and longevity. This isn't just the Waterhouses talking about wellness and longevity. I just wanted to share how big and wide that this really is for you guys to start understanding that, you know, Dr. Peter Diamantist, Dr. David Perlmutter, Dave Asprey, right? I could go on and on. Dr. David Sinclair, Tony Robbins, his brand new book, Life Force. They're talking about the technology that we have our hands on right now. So we're bringing to you information that is literally hot off the press. But what's interesting is the mechanism of the company that we're talking about today has kind of been hiding in the shadows. And we're really happy to bring it to the forefront. And all of these individuals here are really helping us do so. So we're going to show a quick little video of what we're talking about tonight, because some people can't quite wrap their head around the difference between supplementation and activation. Or how do you take supplements that activate your body, that activate your genes, because we all have the same gene pathways. What's happening in my body and Arthur's body and your guys' body may be very different. But from all of the research and science in those books that I just showed you, everyone needs to decrease their oxidative stress and upregulate their survival genes. Everybody needs to boost their energy to support their mitochondria. And the real talk of the town out there right now is all about NAD and the longevity. And so we're excited to share this 6-minute video with you.
What if it was as simple as flipping a switch? Well, it is. There's a mountain of scientific research that points to 3 powerful genetic switches in the human body that can make all the difference. The answers are on the inside. It's not about what you're taking, but rather what you are making. Let me say it this way. It's not so much about what products or supplements you are taking, but more about what your body is making. Think activation versus supplementation. And flipping the switch is what activates your body's own genetic health mechanisms. Turning on these 3 genetic pathways, yes, flipping the switch, unlocks the power of your genetic code and can change everything. By the age of 30, the normal aging process has already kicked in. These pathways naturally slow down and will continue to do so over the course of your life, unless you do something about it, unless you flip the switch. Science has finally proven you can flip the switch and has also revealed how. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. That time is now. The first switch is NRF2. NRF2 is a protein found in every cell, but it only works when turned on. Think of NRF2 as protection. This is the switch that turns on over 200 survival genes in the human body. This is why over the past 5 years, there have been over 10,000 studies on the health benefits of NRF2, showing that it is a master regulator of detoxification and antioxidant response, dramatically reduces oxidative stress, provides advanced cellular protection, and is critical for health span, the period of time you remain healthy. A recent peer-reviewed study from Washington State University states that NRF2 activation may very well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. This study also states that flipping the NRF2 switch is likely to be the most important health-promoting approach into the foreseeable future. The second switch is NRF1. NRF1 is a protein that has the ability to activate the power of your mitochondria. Think of NRF1 as energy. This is the switch that has an impact on every function in your body. The latest in scientific research is pointing to the mitochondria as essential for health, especially over the long term. Mitochondria power everything in your body, from your heartbeat to your brain cells. In fact, they produce up to 95% of the energy your body uses every second of every day. There are over 74,000 scientific studies researching the effects mitochondria play in your health. Sounds powerful, but as you get older and experience oxidative stress from normal everyday life and the aging process, your mitochondria function declines significantly. The solution is NRF1. NRF1 protects, restores, and supports the mitochondria and activates your body's ability to turn this power source on. The third switch is NAD. NAD is a molecule found in all living cells and is critical for regulating cellular aging and maintaining proper function of the whole body. Think of NAD as vitality. Dr. David Sinclair of Harvard Medical School and author of Lifespan was recently quoted in Time magazine regarding NAD, saying, "It's one of the most important molecules for life to exist, and without it, you're dead in 30 seconds. He continues, "NAD is the closest we have gotten to the fountain of youth." NAD is that important switch that activates your inner youth. Increase of energy, better mood, and better mental focus have been linked to an increase in NAD. Starting at the age of 20, a decline begins, and the levels of NAD diminish significantly over time. Depending on your age, chances are that you could be watching this video at only 40% of your NAD potential. But there is a solution. You can flip this switch too. And once it's turned on, you will feel supercharged, hyper-focused, in the zone, and keyed up. Supporting NAD levels is an important part of fighting age-related decline. Protection, energy, vitality. Protandim Tri-Synergizer is the solution to flipping the switch, activating these three powerful genetic pathways: NRF2, NRF1, and NAD. Individually, these three products provide life-changing results. But the most recent research shows a staggering increase in effectiveness, increasing these pathways up to 1,900%. How? By taking these three powerful products together. Protandim Tri-Synergizer. Protection, energy, vitality.
You guys, so this is really exciting for Arthur and I. And just for a quick moment, I'm going to stop share in screen so that you guys can see us, because I didn't start with our story. And I want to tell you in just a minute or two that Arthur and I in our practice, we never wanted to endorse a product, a supplement, a company. We said, you know, we're too proud. It's our own name. And
Not even proud. I didn't believe in any of them.
And you really said no.
I didn't go to school for 9 years and get 3 degrees to sell pills. Leave me alone.
And that was really just the honest truth. And so when things came our way, whether they were good or not, we were at a point that we didn't even take a look at it, really, right? And so from a whole nother avenue in my life, I was training for a half Ironman, and the leader of the group just happened to be chatting with me at a cool down. And something spoke to me when I was asking her, what does she do for recovery and nutrition and fuel her body? And then she said, well, I'm actually this brand new secret weapon that's helping my protection, helping my recovery and helping my performance. It's actually eliminated my congenital hypertension. And I said, wait, what? You're taking what? That got my attention. And so as Arthur and I decided to take a look, right? What is this product? What is this business? Who is this company, Lifevantage? We really, it opened up our eyes to a whole new field and a whole new world. And when we saw all the research and all the science, it was really undeniable for us to say, okay, if this is true, then our family needs it, our clients need it. And what we didn't know was ahead of us was, of course, a pandemic. And building a business that has been able to create leverage for us outside of just working in our clinic has honestly been one of the most beautiful things. And I think people are all talking about multiple streams of income today.
But Kelly, to get back to a moment to what actually drew us to it is, just as that video just shared, it was the science behind activation. You know, I was not a big believer in supplements. I understood that certain things were important, but I used to think you could get out of your diet, like most people think, right? But I also had this sort of anecdotal evidence that when I took a multivitamin at night, in the morning, my urine's some obscure shade of orange. And so what is that doing for me if I'm just excreting it all? And that was the perfect analogy for me to understand the difference between supplementation and activation, because supplementation is really like bringing more raw material to a building site, bringing more brick, lumber, cement blocks, drywall. But you know what? Eventually you're going to junk up the whole place. And in order to get new work done, you got to clean it out. You got to get rid of some of it. You got to push it away.
Especially if you only have a couple workers.
Right. And so that's what my body was doing with these supplements. It was getting rid of the stuff that wasn't necessary, the excess. Activation is like bringing in 100 guys to build the building. Now all of a sudden you're making use of all of those extra building materials you've got. You're making use of the supplements that your body can actually take advantage of. So supplementation and activation actually go hand in hand, but without activation, supplementation is almost redundant. It's really not going to achieve all of the goals that you truly want. You're going to have so much more benefit by activating on top of it.
And the last thing I will just say, that it's been such a privilege to share this with people, and the fact that we all have these pathways. Some of us may, if you look at our genes, some of us may have more trouble being able to absorb vitamin D, or need help with methylation, and they need extra folate. And that's something that your DNA would see and blood tests would see. But we all have these protein pathways, and as we age, they decline. So if it doesn't, you don't have to be a medical professional to go, wow, I'm aging, I'm being exposed to this, I need to upregulate my body's ability. And so it's not like, what do I need and how much should I take and what should I do? That's the beautiful thing about the gift that we've been given.
And truly what we know today about our genomes, and I'm sure you've all heard this, but we're no longer slaves to whatever we inherit from in terms of our genes from our parents and grandparents. We used to think we were going to be slaves to that story, right? But we know today you can alter the expression of 96% of your genome, right? So these activators, the protein NRF2, actually can turn on, turn up, turn down the expression of hundreds of genes in our bodies. So it just beautifully fits all together.
Exactly. So let us kind of take you back a little bit about where it started. I'll talk a little bit more about the product and the products that the company offers. And then I'm going to turn it over to Arthur to talk a little bit more about business and why business. And some of you might say, I'm not here for business. I just want health products. Absolutely. And that's what we thought too. But just take a listen, because it's pretty amazing, the people of this company and what this company is doing. So here we go. All right. And we are back. Let me see if I can get us back to presenter view. Here we go. All right, perfect, everyone. So we'll skip that. So let me just briefly share with you, where did this come from and where did this company start? There was an award-winning scientist, and back in the 1960s, he discovered a molecule called SOD. All you need to know about it is it's one of our own body's natural antioxidants, and so it's a really good thing. He was trying to figure out how he can get the body, how to make the molecule so that we could take it. And he discovered that actually the body needs to make it. So he went on years and ended up formulating a product that would get our body to make this molecule called SOD. And he devoted his career to fighting the effects of free radical damage, or what we call oxidative stress, is the process of aging. And in this process, it was found that this product, NRF2, Protandim NRF2, could decrease oxidative stress, or that aging, by 40% in 30 days. I mean, that was really remarkable. And so this little yellow activator, Protandim, was launched. And in 2005, ABC News got wind that this product could reduce this oxidative stress by that average of 40% in 30 days. And they said, no way.
Prove it.
Can we come in and do an investigative report on you? Because I don't think so. And most of you know, most investigative reports end up with somebody getting in their car, ducking in, driving away. And the exciting part here for us is John Quinones went on national television, took the product for 14 days. And after that time, his blood test showed that his oxidative stress, or the aging, the rusting of his cells, reduced by 45%. That was wild that a product could do that in just 2 weeks. So in that, universities around the world that were studying the link of oxidative stress to disease, they saw that and they said, how can we get our hands on product? This is so excited. And that's how research got initiated and funded all around the world, starting to study on this product, Protandim NRF2. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about the details about what is this oxidative stress, for those of you that want to know more, and what is in this product that's so amazing. So oxidative stress, I think if we can all just imagine what causes it in the body. Oxidative stress is just the damage of our cells, the slowing down over time, and whether we get it from the foods we're eating, the water we're drinking, the air we're breathing, too little exercise, too much exercise. I mean, now we have to think about all the environmental toxins and the chemicals and the Wi-Fi's and our medications and the metabolites for medications. I mean, it can go on and on. And we used to think that with just proper nutrition and diet and proper exercise and proper sleep, that was enough to combat this, quote, oxidative stress or aging. But we know that the food isn't as nutritious as it once was. Exercise and sleep just won't cut it. And I will say that today, where we are in the world, we are probably more bombarded with than ever with this damage. And so therefore, people are getting chronic disease earlier, feeling sick, getting autoimmune, just not feeling well, right? And I think if we could all just have that 1% increase, 5% increase of feeling better, we would want it. So what happens if you don't do anything and you just let this oxidative stress basically get out of control? Well, that free radical damage is at the level of the cell. So when we're talking about root cause, you guys, we're talking about improving the health of the cell, really getting to root cause.
And truly, it's the cell in every organ system in the body.
It's exactly it. And
Yeah.
as it leads to the organ system, what it's going to do in your body and where it's going to go and where it's going to help is going to be different than mine and then from Arthur's, because maybe you have an issue going on with your heart or your skin or your brain or your immune system. But what's exciting is you can go to the site. It's the National Library of Medicine. It's called pubmed.gov. You can type in oxidative stress and you can look at research for days. There are hundreds and thousands of research studies that are showing you the link of oxidative stress to honestly every disease you don't want.
And we're not sit here to make any claims that we can treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate anything, but just know that oxidative stress is directly linked to hundreds of diseases. So go check it out.
Absolutely, Arthur. Well, here's the interesting thing is if you were to go to your doctor and ask them, how do I lower my oxidative stress? Well, until Lifevantage, there was no solution to effectively lower oxidative stress. So it's not talked about. Because if you look at the amount of fruits and vegetables you would need to take, there's no way any amount of vitamins or other antioxidants or potions would really help protect the body from the damage of the free radical assault that we go under every single day. So let me show you about what's in this product, and then I'm going to show you the difference between taking antioxidants and the power of this product. So Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, this was the flagship, and this was where that ABC News report landed and got all the attention. And like I said in the beginning, it lowers your oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. It increases your own body's natural antioxidants like superoxide dismutase, catalase, and the talk of the town right now, which is glutathione, which is the master antioxidant. Even a study done of the National Institute of Aging, which is a division of the National Institute of Health, just in case you guys don't know this, but only 7% of funding goes from the National Institute of Health to the National Institute of Aging for prevention. Everything else is spent on disease. 7% of the money is spent on prevention. Well, one of those great studies came out that showed they were looking at, is there something out there that could truly extend life? And we were so blessed, they pulled in Protandim into that study, and it was the only dietary supplement proven to extend life in male mice. Very, very exciting. And as you can see, this is just a blend, microdosing of turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. And you might be asking yourself, well, Kelly, I already take 2 of those or 3 of those, or there's nothing special about that. That's the beautiful thing. There is nothing special about each one of these ingredients on their own, but it's the exact synergy that unlocks the nerve 2 pathway in the body and allows it to do what it can. This has been going.
The recipe is critical.
It is absolutely critical. And this product's been out for over 20 years. If it was that easy to replicate, most likely somebody would have already done it. So let's talk about the difference of dietary antioxidants versus what your body can do when you take Protandim. So a traditional antioxidant like vitamin C or broccoli, blueberries, you name it, is going to fight your free radicals in your body at a ratio of 1:1. Meaning, right, you take 1 molecule of a good guy and 1 molecule of a bad guy, and that equation is over. Well, that's great, right? You might think so, until you realize our bodies have trillions of free radicals. So if we're going to fight that battle 1:1, we need trillions on board. So that's why, honestly, there's no way you can eat your way to health. But when you turn on the nerve 2 pathway, like you see on the right side, now each molecule of superoxide dismutase, okay, has the ability to neutralize over 1 million free radicals per second, every second, 24 hours a day in every cell of your body. So the exciting thing is now we've got an army on attack for us. Now our body is like, we're putting the good guys to work. So it's ready for that assault. And, you know, I love analogies, and I think it's so important for all of us to not get caught up in all the science to just understand. If you had a choice and your house was on fire and you had a choice to put out that fire with your hydro flask of water that you were holding, right? Or you just happen to have a fire hose in every single room of your house, which way would you want to put out that burning fire? I think we could all agree we'd want the fire hose in every room of the house, right? That's what Protandim is doing inside of our bodies, which is absolutely so amazing. So it's not even to say we're comparing, right, apples to apples. We're looking at really like apples and a whole nother category that is optimizing gene expression. That's just so exciting. For those of you out there that want to know, where's the research? Here's some of the research. And you can go to PubMed.gov and you can read the studies. You can check out the universities. And I really gave Arthur and I a lot of validity.
This was so important to us, Kelly, because if I was going to bring a product into our office and have something we're supporting and telling our patients, yeah, we think you should take this, I needed to have real science behind it, and not just something a company did on their own, but independent, peer-reviewed, published on PubMed. This is the gold standard in science and research and medicine. This was vital to me. And it's mind-blowing that today we have 28 peer-reviewed published studies on PubMed.gov. And I think you can actually now find 32.
Yes. Complete studies.
Complete studies, yes.
No, it's exciting, you guys. And, you know, the other question that you might be asking yourself then, if this is like real, why haven't I heard about it? And to be, you know, just one quick statement to share is our medical society in the United States is based heavily on and reliant on big pharma. and big pharma wants their piece. So when these all natural products come into the marketplace, they don't really want everybody to know about it. And so, yeah, you may be asking a lot of people, and you know what? No one still knows about this. So it's an amazing opportunity to bless people's health. Again, this is some of the news media, and here's some of the patents that we have on this product. It's been absolutely unbelievable. And just like in the video, it said that Nerve2 activation potentially is the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. I mean, that's pretty big. And so I'm just thrilled that we can share this with all of you. So what you guys saw before was Protandim. I'm going to show you the Tri-Synergizer or the Dual Synergizer, because NAD is new on the team, I should say,
yes.
relatively new.
It's the newest guy.
But whether you power up with taking Nerve2 and Nerve1, you're wanting to decrease that oxidative stress, you want to build your energy, I would highly suggest you add in that NAD for longevity, because it has been a game changer for so many people's health. And then they've taken this technology and they've put it into a line of products. And tonight, we're not going to talk about all the products because I love each and every one of them. I could go on for days, but I want you to understand that they're all founded and based on the science of activation, on turning your own body's power back on to heal and repair, whether it's for the brain, for the skin, for the hair, for the gut, for your animals, you name it. Honestly, every single product we use in our family, and it's second to none. So I hope this has piqued your interest for the products and you're like, I want this, my family want this, but maybe what would it look like to actually build another stream of income? Because you too may find you want to share with those that you love.
Yeah, and let me just take a second here, guys. We'll try to be very, very brief with all of this. So please indulge us for a few more minutes before we open this up for questions afterwards. But I just want to say that when Kellie and I first jumped into this, we really thought that we would just be the portal to allow patients, friends, acquaintances to have access to these amazing, amazing products. We never really thought about building a business. We thought, maybe we'll make enough that, we'll get the cost of our own product covered. And I never in my life expected something like these past couple of years with this global pandemic to happen. If it hadn't been for the business we've built over the past 8 years, we probably would have lost our home during all of this. So I'm eternally grateful for what this business has done for us and how hard Kellie has worked in building this with our team. Yes, we are a team. So let me just take a few minutes just to talk about business and to realize that in today's economy, more than ever, the social economy, the side hustle has become such a valid and important way of doing business. I mean, whether it's, Uber and Airbnb, people are selling things on Amazon, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's such an incredible way. And let's take just a few moments here just to summarize what this can all look like.
Lifevantage began in a lab with a single powerful scientific discovery. A discovery that proved that people around us have more capacity, potential, and ability within them than we have been led to believe. At Lifevantage, we can no longer accept the limits of the human condition. So we began introducing the world to biohacking. The idea that you can be better today than you were yesterday. That you can take control of your own biology. That your health doesn't have to decline as you get older. You don't have to simply accept the hand you've been dealt. In just a few short years, Lifevantage has brought biohacking to the mainstream, shortening the gap between cutting-edge scientific research and the customer. Every day in research labs around the world, we are learning how much more our bodies can do for us if we only flip the right internal switches. So we're creating products that flip those switches. And we're doing it with a dedication to quality and safety and a different approach to selling those products. Sure, we could have gone the expected route, sold our products on big box shelves just like everyone else. In fact, at first we did just that. But we realized something. Our product sales were fueled by word of mouth and personal success stories, not marketing dollars. So we stopped paying big box stores and started paying our customers for what they were already doing, which allowed us to eliminate the gamble of traditional advertising in favor of performance-based payouts. And in the process, we ended up turning biohacking into a movement, empowering women, minorities, and all entrepreneurs to break societal barriers and realize what they're capable of, fueled by the power of a leveraged income. From 127 biohackers when we began to over 1 million in less than a decade. The movement has become a global phenomenon with no signs of slowing down. And our products aren't the only way we're investing in human potential. We're creating hardworking technology using AI, machine learning, and mobility to make it as easy to run a Lifevantage business as it is to take an Uber.
Welcome to the Lifevantage app.
Because of that first profound discovery, we are fiercely dedicated to helping others see what we have seen, to see the immense potential in those around us. It's an inspiring way to see the world. It's why the biohacker movement continues to grow at a blistering pace. It's why giving back to our communities is a fundamental core belief. And it's why in a few short years, we have expanded into 15 countries and counting and grown from one groundbreaking nutrigenomic product to over 20. It's why we now have relationships with CEOs, sports teams, and influencers. It's why Lifevantage has grown from $3 million in revenue our first year to closing in on $250 million. And it's why we will never stop. Because to change the way the world sees, you can't merely settle for different. You have to be better and engineer a world of potential in the process.
So guys, this is truly like the perfect meld of a laptop lifestyle, social sharing. You don't have to have a physical location. Your assets are simply your website. You don't have to have an inventory. It's an online shopping portal. It's all just already done for you. So what we're really trying to do here is just like create a network of customers that you're supporting and a small network of distributors who want to build a business just like you. And by doing that, using a replicated website that's already built and these apps that are already there, you can send shopping carts directly to people. We're creating a global business, and it's truly incredible what this company has put together. So I don't even want to get into all the details of the ins and outs, the how do you do it, all of that. Just know that when you come in as a distributor, you have a couple of options of packs that already have products in them. You're actually buying products, whether it's the Premier Pack or the Elite Pack. And then ultimately, how do we get paid? People want to know. And in the Cliff Notes version, we get paid weekly and we get paid monthly. So there's upfront money from initial sales. You make about 40% on your initial sales, whether it's when somebody joins you as a distributor and they buy a pack, or whether they're just buying products. What's really amazing is there's some very unique things to the compensation plan that Lifevantage has, things that actually don't exist in many other companies, and that really incentivize all of us, no matter where we are in the company, to be a family and work together and help each other. So whoever invited you here tonight to hear this information can certainly get into more detail with that for you. But one thing we would always be remiss if we didn't share it is, because we're a publicly traded company, our income disclosure is absolutely public information. You can look this up and see what's going on. And you can see right here the average incomes earned at the various levels throughout the company. So whether you're looking to just add an extra few $100s to your wallet, whether it's a couple of $1,000s to your wallet, or whether you're really looking to change your life and have a full-time income coming in, you can fit this in wherever you want. One of the really important things that struck me as we really started to engage in building this business was the fact that when we sat down and talked to our investment advisor, he talked about the fact that the average American would need about $2 million in retirement assets in order to be able to retire. And to realize that even with a nest egg of $2 million, that only provides an income about $5,000 a month. Well, in our 8 years in this company, we have like reversed engineered an asset that's valued greater than $2 million. So versus having to actually earn that $2 million and save it, which our investment advisor told us it would take saving $30,000 a year for 30 years in order to achieve that. Well, most of us can't put away $30,000 a year. And those of us that maybe could probably don't have 30 years left to do it in. So it's a really amazing way, and it's been life-changing for our family. So
life-changing. And I'm sure many of you guys are like, well, can I do this? And honestly, each and every person, Lifevantage has amazing support. Everything's done for you. They do training. And so if you're coachable and teachable and have a burning desire to change your life and change other people's lives and health, then join us. So tonight you may say, wow, I really want to improve my wellness and become a customer. Fantastic. You may say the business is very intriguing to me. I really want to know more and want to join the business. Or you might just say like, I'm not sure if it's for me, but I know other people. So, let's talk, or what additional information you might need. And so we just want to be the first to welcome you to Lifevantage, to thank you for this opportunity tonight for sharing. And we're just blessed to be a part of this company and help people along the way.
Yeah, we are more than happy to take some questions. Dr. Gloria, I don't know how you best want to handle that, whether you want people to like put their names in the chat or put a hand up or however.
Excellent. I don't know. We have an excellent question from someone at Maple Mags. Michael, are you still on the phone on the chat here? I can read the essence of his chat, or can you see that, Arthur?
Sure.
He brings up the really excellent question about, can precursors such as elements of L-tryptophan, which might be a precursor to 5-HTP, let's say, can they activate pathways? Is that a similar kind of concept that you're addressing? Could you clarify that for him?
Yeah, so another example might be the use of NAC. A lot of the NAD supplements out there are actually providing you with NAC, which is a precursor for NAD. And it's still that elemental difference between supplementation and activation. When you're providing those precursors, you're giving the building blocks for your body to actually start the process of making something. We're actually directly turning on the protein pathways. So my understanding is that with most NAD supplements, with things like NAC precursors, you may see anywhere from 2 to 4% increase in systemic NAD within a 24-hour period. With our NAD activator, we're actually seeing a 100% increase in sirtuin activity in NADs within 24 hours systemically.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That really helps. And then Sheila Eichhorn, who's coming to us from Georgia, has a massage clinic. And she's one asking the question, how do you present this to your clients? Do you show all of this information? You have it running in your waiting room? How do you present this?
That's
such a great question, right? So first and foremost, we bring it to our clients for the health benefit, right? Absolutely, for the products. We share with them. We'll typically just invite them to take a look, share with them a short little video, a 4-minute and 8-minute, either just on Nerve 2 or on the Tri-Synergizer. And then as we get in discussion, we always let them know that because they may be coming to us for therapy, they may be coming to us just for wellness, that this is another business. We have an interest in this business. And so we just let them know that there's a business opportunity behind it, but we don't share with them an entire business opportunity unless they ask and they're interested. And then absolutely.
And I think what something that's very important there is always have the transparency with your clients that, yes, you have a vested interest in this product that you're sharing with them. It's so interesting. Even just the other day, we had a consultation with a mom and her son. And one of the things the mom even told me over the phone is she said, yes, I'm always a little suspicious of anything I'm presented with at any office I go to, because I've always been told that people are only going to be selling you what they're going to profit from. And, I said, you're absolutely right. And I said, but please understand that I'm only going to offer something if I truly believe in it and use it myself. So I think having that transparency up front, then helps bring down walls so people be more open to hearing what you have to say and have to share.
Absolutely critical. Thank you for that. Are there any other questions that might come to mind? This has been such an excellent, excellent presentation. You have just made activation come alive, just in beautiful technicolor. So I know that we'll be playing this over and over again. We thank you so much for your time and your expertise and your heart.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us. Gloria and your daughter Jennings are just such amazing people. We love you so much. You're an incredible asset to Lifevantage yourselves, and your team is so lucky to have you guys as leaders.
Thank you. Thank you. And with that, we're very grateful. Have a lovely evening. And this will be available on our Path to Pro-10 website so that you can present it and share it, because it's just gold. That was magic. Thank you so much. I see you can see in the chat how grateful people are and how excited they are by this information.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much, everyone.
guys. God bless the
Thank
life
you.
out there.
Yep.
Take care. This was
Bye.
fabulous. Bye-bye.